Hi, I'm Mark Muir with GeorgeIrishStillStyles.com. Some of y'all have asked me before about how do my dogs usually land so properly on a lot of stuff. They don't always land properly. It's not always going to happen like we want it to, but it's our job as trainers and competitors to try to make as many possible good jumps as we can out of our dogs when we do them and everything. Me personally, I believe a dog ought to land slightly the rear legs first and then the front legs into a little tuck like that when they land. A lot of times border collies and a lot of dogs like to get from point A to point B as quick as possible and they lunge jump. You'll see a lot of border collies, for example, in the sport of agility, they'll be knocking over posts when they first start off because they lunge jump. So you have to manipulate that jump. You start training the jump and everything. So every couple of days I go over drills with my dogs, and I also get a good chance to practice my floaters over and over. So this is how I start with my young dog right now. You can see we're on the ground. He's 1 year old, and I just put a stack. I don't know. I got about 8, 9 discs. Thunder, come here. Sit. Good boy. Up, 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 up. Working my floaters. Up. Up, go around, and then I always reward them. Okay? So that's working on my overs, trying to manipulate the right jump, and I'm kind of like focusing on it, because remember, each one of your dogs takes a different flight pattern, jumping pattern. So you got to figure out where to place that disc in the proper position. So they're landing right. I've got 4 different dogs. They all jump a little bit different. They all land a little bit different. So it's up to me as a handler to put the disc in the right position. And believe me, it's not always going to go perfect. You are going to make mistakes. And it's not, and I know you and me, we don't want to hurt our dogs, but they are going to get dinged up sometimes. It's just part of the nature of their competitive playing sports. Our job is to minimize it, to keep it as small and as less as possible. So then I kind of go to I do some over drills over the legs. I leave my legs in the way because sometimes they're going to bump them with their rear legs, but that's going to teach them to pull their legs, tuck them up, and get them out of the way. So these are some overs I do. Come here, Thunder. Sit. Come here. Ready? Thunder. Up. See? Foot moving. He'll learn. See? He took his feet out of the way. See? It only took one time and his feet come out of the way. See how he's landing? Good boy. And I'm still working on floaters. And as always, good boy. I can give him a roller or I can give him a throw. Sometimes as you progress in the sport, you forget to do those rollers. This is just another added little thing. You forget to do the rollers, but number one, they are predators. They were born to be predators many, many years ago. And they've got predatory drive. They love them things on the ground. That animal, that frisbee. So mix in them rollers. Sometimes you talk about the drive and the speed of your dogs. Mix in rollers. Like if I'm doing toss and fetch sometimes, I'll mix in them rollers. Not only just to increase the drive, but also sometimes they get their eyes, they get running all goofy and everything down the field. But you can hit them rollers and they have to start focusing more ahead on them rollers and everything and keeping that focus in on them rollers. So that was briefly, Thunder step, over. Remember in competition, you'll see it too also in the freestyle part. A lot of times people do overs, but they pull their leg out of the way. Technically, if a judge is watching, an over is an over. Went over that leg. I probably see over 70% of the time that people pull their legs out of the way. A good judge will catch that. Just remember every day, it's a good little warm-up drill, even before a tournament and stuff. Come here, buddy. You can start with these. Sit. Put them on your side. Handful of discs. Up. Good boy. Go around, puppy. Good boy. Thunder. Up. And that's Thunder. A 1-year-old border collie, and that's talking about doing the overs, starting to teach the jumping with your dogs and everything. A lot of times if you use those key words, jump, before they jump out there, when you're actually maybe doing toss and fetch, one of your mini distance rounds, distance and accuracy or something, where you get awarded extra points for your dogs leaving the ground, you can sometimes use that term. Thunder, up! And he'll remember up means jump, and he'll jump out there and you can pick up some extra points. Sometimes it'll work, sometimes it won't out there at a longer distance. But I'm Mark Muir with GeorgiaIrishDiscDogs.com. Thank you.